Hi everyone, I am the introverted comedian. Welcome back to a new episode of the Isle of Siptah in the Conan Exiles world. During today's episode, I am planning to explore a little bit more. Basically, I left this part of the map unexplored, and who knows, maybe I'll even get over here, depending on how much I get overweight. So basically the main plan is come over here to near Luxur. I want to visit the sanctuary of the Serpent-man, but I will also get over here and explore this part of the island. There's a big Stygian camp over here. So enough about that. I'll just get my thralls, check if they have enough food, and they do. Now it's time to leave some of these things here, because I did some construction working the other day in the last episode. I will get myself some arrows. I do like these arrows. Get myself a Tears of Gula potion now, and I already have one prepared to take on with me. So I do have plenty of pure aloe extra. I will be taking some more food for myself, not too much though. Usually somewhere around 40 something, 50, it's okay for a trip like this one. And I'll get rid of this small guy and then be on my way. Alright, so it will be a little bit of a journey to get here. But there's no point in taking my horse. I don't want him to keep getting me into trouble. So I'll just take my thralls and run over there. Now, for anyone who hasn't watched my videos yet, I prefer to actually get the entire gameplay instead of just going to some place and start doing something there. This way you can actually see what can happen, because it doesn't always go as planned. So if you've watched my last episode, you could see that I managed to get myself killed in one of the vaults, and I even forgot that you can start the dungeon again instead of teleporting to one of your camps after that, which made that vault probably the longest vault ever for myself. Still, a lesson learned, maybe for myself and for others who had no idea you can do it, or who simply forgot because they haven't played it in a long time. So one of the reasons I want to go to New Luxur is to get myself a new water skin. Usually there's a nice water skin that can be dropped in there by one of the bosses. And of course everyone wants to meet the executioner. So I already have pretty good gear, my thralls as well. We've got good weapons. We just need to get there and basically kill everything on sight. But not before meeting some Stygians, of course. I am quite close to the Lay Shrine of the Fiends right now. It used to be one of my favorite locations to farm thralls. I'm not that bothered anymore about it. You can usually get some named accursed fighters, sometimes even archers, but since you can get quite easily an accursed berserker from this other Lay Shrine, from the Lay Shrine of the Goblinoid, which is where I got my current 2 followers. There's no point in actually farming this one and expecting for a small chance. So in case you need some ale, you have some living agent, you have some hops in here. This is a place where you can actually build yourself a tavern and make some beer. Yeah, so as you can already see from here, the Stygian camp is quite huge. I think it's probably one of the biggest camps I've ever seen. And it does look quite nice once you get up there, which I am going to do quite soon. So there are 2 ways to get up to that, let's call it a castle. You can basically go through here, or you can go around it and there's another entrance over there. I will be exploring the entire thing, so you will soon see exactly what to expect when you get here. Now on the way, as you can see, there are some wolves, there are some rock noses. If you need some experience and you have a camp nearby, you can actually bring your thralls here, or you can come yourself here and start getting yourself some experience. Yeah, so this is called Bastard Stand. And once you get to this point, you will start meeting human enemies. And of course there are some wolves as well. Yeah, so they seem to be a little bit glitchy, which will make things easier for me. Now, I do think they're going to drop the Stygian armor. So if you need some armor early game and you think you can take them on, this is a good place to get some. There's quite a few of them. So you will have to do lots of fighting. But it is part of the exploring process.
Blood of the serpent! Enemies at the gate!
Of course, the good thing about it is that there's also thralls in here, which you might need. And from what I can see, they're not that close to each other, which means you can easily go around and hunt them one by one.
Enemies at the gate.
can also find items over here, like this hunting bow. Not really useful, to be honest. You can find some snake idols if you need some decorations as well. So yeah, this is pretty much a very good camp if you need resources. And there we go, you also have an epic bow, which does quite a lot of damage, so that's not bad. Yeah, so as I said, if you come here and you get a dismantling bench, you can make yourself a camp just around, and then you can start dismantling everything. So there you go, you can learn alchemical decor here. It's right here on the map, the bastard stand. Yeah, there's more enemies over here. But as I said, it's not like they're piling up on you. If you get 2 or 3 coming at you, that's not such a big deal. You can easily take care of them. Yeah, so more archers over here, standing watch. As far as I remember, I think this is where T4 priest spawns from time to time. Not sure if it does it all the time. Come on. Yeah, sometimes your thralls might actually
Blood of the serpent, enemies at the gate.
be quite bad at doing this. I have no idea how I got stuck in here. This guy should fix the problem, or at least I was hoping. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, so as I said, he is a named priest. And I finally got rid of this place. You can get the Eyes of Set from him. So if you need a Set priest, a named one, you can get yourself over here.
In the name of Set.
Let's get some light. Yeah, so over here there are quite a few enemies and they seem to be glitchy. Very glitchy. If you want, you can get yourself a cat from here. And I'm not exactly sure what this one does. It gives you some extra stamina. It doesn't have any effect on me because I am already wearing the aspect of the wolf, giving me plus 15 in strength weapon damage. Yeah, these I like, so I will take. Yeah, these guys managed to get out. Yeah, so the loot is not the best you can find, but it's still not something that bad. If you come and explore this camp and kill everyone inside it, you can get yourself plenty of bricks. and plenty of materials from dismantling. The decor is very nice in here, so it's a nice thing to watch. Alright, and now let's go forward. There are more guards over here having some fun. Not for long. Yeah, so in case you're wondering why we are able to take them down so easily, it is because both my berserkers are level 20 and I used Elixir of Rebirth on them in order to give them even better stats. So
I go to the stillborn
now they're basically ready for anything. They were quite strong even without revamping, let's say, their perks, but they were actually wasted, so it's a good thing that Age of Sorcery brought that, and you can actually make your thralls even better. Yeah, so if you want to visit this side, it will be a little bit tricky. You will have to do some climbing. There's no way you can actually go straight there.
Don't make me hurt you, Wanderer.
Yeah, so my thralls can deal with those guys. And here you have Siptah's Contemplation. Now let's see. This guy is just a fighter, so he will go down easily. Now, I really wish there was a way to open this. Maybe there is, but I haven't figured it out. So, since it's not possible to open, I will do some climbing. Watch the night sky as I do it. Which is probably one of the nicest night skies in the video games I've played so far. Yeah, so once you reach this point, there's more enemies waiting, but there's also more loot waiting. Okay, so you've got more enemies over here.
Die in the name of Serpent.
But I will.
I go to the stillborn god.
Hold in the name of Serpent.
You can even go down there, but I will do it once I finish with these guys. Yeah, again more loot. And of course more enemies. Yeah, if you want you can go over there and get that chest. That's not really worth it. Now a good way to go down is just climb down here. As you can see, there's lots of decor points here. It looks quite nice inside. Makes me wish I could actually occupy it. But as far as I know, you cannot actually build in here, which is a pity. So knows, maybe we'll be able to conquer it in the future and use it as a base. Yeah, so there are plenty of things you can have around. Nothing that valuable though. Let me take 2 of these because I will need them for the torch. So if you want, you can find a way to jump down. If not, you can climb again, get yourself on the other side. And then explore what's left, which is what I'm going to do. Yeah, so let's go to the top floor as well. I'm not sure if there's actually something interesting in there, but as I said, I do want to explore it. I don't think I am going that high though. I don't think there's anything worth it to get that high. But I will try to go a little bit higher. Oh, maybe. Why not all the way? Yeah, so the good thing is that there are a few so-called floors where you can just stop and rest. Like over here. And this way you don't have to invest that much in stamina in order to get to the top. Which I am hoping to get to. Although I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. And there we go. Nearly there. Yeah, so as I said, there is some dragon powder, some pearls, which are not really useful in here. Nothing more around here. Let's see if there's something on top. Now, usually I would be scared as hell. As you can see, this is quite a huge drop. I am afraid of heights. I'm terrified of heights in real life, so I would definitely not do this. But then again, this is why we have video games for. We can climb some new heights, even if it's just with a character. Okay, so now going back. I don't really need a torch anymore, it's daytime. Gently trying to get down in order not to get too much damage. And carry on exploring a little bit. So yeah, there was a small bit of the camp in here. There are more of them here, and it does go around, so I will explore this part first. Now we can get some priest in here, but yeah, so this is basically Siptah's Ascension. Consider the separate part. Yeah, so the decor is quite nice.
I don't
The Stygians did manage to build something nice inside the ruins. Yeah, so another epic bow.
don't want to hurt you, but I will.
So there are quite some nice thralls in here, but since there are also lots of warriors and archers, it will require you to be quite patient if you come and get thralls from here. Otherwise you might end up killing them. So let's see what we can learn in here. So you can learn the Stygian Invader armor. I had no idea you can actually do it, but apparently you can, so let's see. There is a chance it's going to be in here. Or maybe it's just a simple armor. Or maybe I'm too blind and cannot find it. No, no. No. Yeah, so I have no idea where it could be. Anyway, you can learn it and maybe you will be able to find it. It is quite a useful thing to know where you can do it. It's basically right over here, Siptah's Ascension. No, apparently these guys are defending it strongly. So over here you've got basically nothing. I have no idea why there are stairs over there. Maybe they wanted to build something new. They didn't have time. So basically this is where you get out, but I'm not done exploring. Let's see what else there is. One more archer over here, and there he or she goes down. And there's another small camp over there, which I'm going to visit soon. Yeah, so more enemies over here. Seems like quite a few of them. None of them are crafters. It appears to be only fighters and archers, which is not so interesting.
Enemies at the gate!
Yeah, and there they go down. I have no idea what this guy was trying to do, but there he goes. Yeah, so apparently to get to that guy, to the archer, you need to come from the top. Not interested in doing that, yeah. And there's also this part over here where there's more of them, including some crafters. So it's mostly people trying to keep you out from the main camp from Bastard Stand that are waiting around here. They are mostly defending. Still, most of them, from what you could see, do drop the Stygian Invader armor, which is quite nice to get early in the game, I mean. There are plenty of things, like this one. You've got some star metal bars, which you won't find just anywhere, although they're not that hard to find anymore. Yeah, so more enemies over here. Again, they're just guards. I was thinking there's a couple of crafters in here as well, but apparently I was wrong.
Enemies at the gate!
Yeah, so more of them over here. I think one of my thralls is already playing with some enemies over here. More defensive forces over here. Yeah, so basically, if you do have a strong weapon, it doesn't have to be the Ghoulish Club, although this one is quite efficient. You can just come in here, get yourself a decent armor, one or two thralls, depending on how you like to go around, and then level the entire camp. If you're very good at fighting, you can actually come early game. Getting yourself some armor is not that bad. Yeah, so everyone is down. And this is basically the entire camp. As I said, there were some more enemies over here at the gates. Usually there's two of them inside here and two of them on the outside, but my followers apparently like to go wild, which reminds me, I should name them at some point. They did earn themselves some names. Still, after lots of game throughs, especially on the exile lands. Now I'm afraid to name them because usually once I name them, they tend to die. So yeah, I will be going this way. I want to explore a little bit more, drop over here, and then go all the way to New Luxor. Not sure if I can actually go up there, since there is no pathway leading there. I do remember well there was something around here interesting to explore. Not this bird, but there was something. And I think it's here. Yeah, so there we go, it's the grove of Jorgan. This is basically, I think, a less effective version of what was that guy called? The main boss from the Midnight Grove on the Exile lands. Can't remember his name now. So yeah, it's basically not that great, to be fair. He dies too quickly, he doesn't actually give me anything. It's only one shade bloom, so yeah, not that good. Yeah, so from what I remember, there are some ways to build around here. You can build on these trees. Never tried it before, but the tree house doesn't sound so bad, so maybe I will try it at some point. Although I think it would be disappointing because you cannot do the new raids in there, the new purges, since it cannot be reached. Yeah, so over here we've got some big lads, some guys similar to Yetis, which can basically be considered ogres. I'm not sure exactly what they are. All I know is that they're not as strong as they could be.
Be as meaningless as your life.
Yeah, so if you need some thick hide and some feral flesh, you can come visit them. I'm not even bothered about this guy. Yeah, I think this one might be stronger. It looks like he's different. Yeah, oh, this one is another story. He's a mini boss. But even he will go down quickly. Let's see what he drops when being harvested. Yeah, so basically the same thing, only you can get some demon blood, which means he's not that useful anymore. Let's see what's on top here. Now, as I said, I am planning to go to New Luxor, and I will get there, but I do want to explore a little bit. Some of these places I haven't tried before, so they are totally new for me. Yeah, so from what I can see, there's nothing that important over here. It does seem quite peaceful once you get rid of the big guys, and there are plenty of trees here, so you can build. There's plenty of stones as well, but there are also more of these guys. Let's see what else. Some annoying lizards. Yeah, so let's see how the view looks like. It does look nice. It's something you would like to see. I would actually like to see something like this in real life, but there's nothing actually valuable in game, so it's time to move on forward. Let's get rid of this lizard. Now, this would actually be suicidal, but then again, it wouldn't be like the first time I've been doing it. I do tend to jump off places in order to save time. Most of the time I can actually do it, as long as I do it on purpose. I will manage to find a way. But I have to admit that this is quite a long distance down, so it doesn't look that tempting. And there we go. Now I think this one will be tricky. And again, there we go. One more time. One more time. One more time. And I'm down. And I discovered the Southwood, which is basically right in front of New Luxur. Yeah, so the annoying thing about New Luxur is that there will be plenty of undead. You will be able to kill most of them quickly, but there are plenty of archers which will basically slow you down a lot, since they're everywhere. Even if with a shield you cannot block everything, and they're usually somewhere around here as well. I think just after this wall. And so if you want, you can do the bolt, which to be honest I am tempted of doing. And maybe then go over here to the Den of the Wolfmen. Yeah, so let's see how the vault looks like. I need to get myself some plant fiber, because that torch won't last that long. Yeah, so as I said, there they go, the annoying undead archers. Yeah, so over here you've got some black ice. Basically not something interesting. And there we go, this is the sanctuary of the Snakemen. It's my first meeting with the Snakemen. I wanted to do the other Snakemen. Yeah, so right over here, just outside the sanctuary, you can find some snake eggs, some cobra eggs, which are honestly totally overrated. I've seen them, I think, with some DLCs or something like that, looking amazing, but when it comes to their stats, it's probably one of the weakest pets you can get. So let's go inside the vault. Yeah, so it looks like there's plenty of light in here. Just gonna get some water, eat, so I can get the bonus for being sated. Usually there's, yeah, and there it is. There is a Serpent-man Insignia over here, Devolved Serpent-man Insignia. And you've got the pressure plates opening the rest of the doors. Let's get some light. It doesn't seem like I actually need it, but I will use it just in case. I have some nice statues over here. Now, there are two types of Snakemen. There's these smaller guys, and there are some brutes. Let's see. Oh, language dictionary, I already did it. So apparently this vault is quite generous when it comes to decaying Eldarium. I've only killed 2 enemies and I've got 8, which is a little bit unusual. Still. Oh, and even better, more. Yeah, so they also dropped the Serpent-man weapons. So you might actually be able to get yourself some weapons if you come and fight them. You don't even have to go through with the entire vault. You can just kill a few, get the weapons, and then start exploring the rest of the map. Yeah, so I think that's a brute, the bigger guy. The loot is not so bad, but it's not the best either. And these guys will fall down. Yeah, so apparently most of them tend to drop Eldarium, which is also in good quantities. So let me see if there's another one over here, and there isn't. There's only this guy. Whoops. There he goes. so I'm actually starting to get really surprised because this amount with just a few enemies is a lot. And they keep dropping it, but who am I to complain when the game is trying to help me? Yeah, so they also dropped the Snakemen arrows. There's another Snakeman boot over here. Let's see if there's another one or any other enemy over here. Yeah, and this small guy. Yeah, one of the things you can do when you already know you can easily defeat your enemies in vaults is gather all of them around. Your thralls will start fighting some of them, you can join the fight as well and just get rid of them. Yeah, so I haven't tested them to see what they drop if you start harvesting them. Yeah, so you get serpent venom glands, you get the devolved Serpent-man hand. I think this one is used for the trophies. And you get some feral flesh. And if you try to harvest the small guys, you get some feral flesh. So that's not much. And let's go forward. Yeah, so more of the small guys over here. Apparently they are trying to talk, but they don't really have the chance to. Poor Serpent-men. It seems like they also know other languages. Yeah, so let's get forward. There's a big guy over here. Basically, he won't be here anymore. Yeah, so as you can see, just using the Ghoulish Club, which you can get quite fast during Maelstrom. You can actually watch my first episode. I think I got it like when I was level 20 or something like that. Although you will need to level up and get the better attachment for it. After all, we want to get more damage. Yeah, so if I remember well, you cannot go inside this part, but I don't remember exactly how you can go. There are some Serpent-men in there. Oh, yeah. So basically right here in this room, you've got the devolved Serpent-man statue. Just as you come from this room. It's over there. So the only way I saw going further was here. And let's see. Yeah, so I'll just try to see if I can actually figure out a way to open the other ones, because this one seems to go further. Who knows, maybe there's something I can shoot. Something similar to where the abysmal remnant is on the exiled lands. But to be fair, I didn't see anything. Oh, maybe that one. Nope. Nope. Yeah, so let's not waste any more time because it doesn't look like I can do it. If anyone knows, please leave a comment. This way, at least other people, myself included, can do it in the future. I will try now after opening that door. Let's see. So this one I am going to take. No. No. Yeah, so quite far. I'm surprised that there's no legendary chests dropping. But to be fair, these guys did drop a good amount of Eltarium even before reaching the boss room. So that's not bad. Let me just check if the doors over here opened. Yeah, so they didn't. I'm not sure exactly how these work. Yeah, so if I carry on going like this when it comes to the decaying Eldarium drops, I might actually end up having the biggest quantity ever. Now there is that guy over there, and then I think I'm at the boss's room. Yeah, so this looks like it's the boss's room. So just in front of the boss room, F and right, you've got this claw or hand, the Devolved Serpent-man hand trophy, if you want to keep them as a memory. Now there are plenty of Serpent-man brutes around. You might want to get their attention and fight them before you get to the boss. Sometimes strength does come with numbers, no matter how much you try to plan your actions. They just gang up on you and there's nothing you can do. So better play it safe. If you do think you can take all of them on, feel free to do it. Now I am also trying to see if there's any more chests around here, and apparently there was no legendary in this one.
I want to hurt you, but I will.
Yeah, so up till now I am quite close to breaking the record. I think I got like 86 the most until now. So 7 more should at least equal that one. And now it's time for the big boss. I'm gonna bring out my hunger blades. Hungry. Yeah, so in case you like the hunger blades just as much as I do, you can easily get them. Well, not easily, but you can farm some of those mysterious figurines with the blood defiler. Take them to the pool of the grey ones, and then you can basically get it easily. They are easy to kill. Yeah, so this guy went down, and I officially broke my record. That's 90. If I find any more, that's probably way too much. Still does make up for not finding a legendary chest. Yeah, so we've got the Venom Sack. I'm not really that keen on using Venom, so I'm just gonna drop them. And now let's head over to the treasure room. Yeah, so as always you've got the sphere over here, the magic ball, showing you some part of the history of Siptah. Sometimes it can be fun to watch. I don't have really that much time. So yeah, I did go a lot more than my record. 129 is definitely probably the most I could ever get, but then I haven't visited all of them. Also time to start gathering the sigils, because after managing to get myself killed, it was a little bit harder. Again, you've got some good resources over here. I think this is some dragon powder, some not so bad golem parts, and as always you've got the armors and armories over here. So over here it's the armors. Let's see exactly what it is. Serpent-man. Yeah, so we've got the braces of the serpent and the boots of the serpent. If I remember well, the braces of the serpent are quite good for thralls. They give one of the best strength HP bonuses. And now let's check the armory. Now, armories you can usually find here in weapons, close to the bottom of the section. And we've got these. So probably there will be more at the other Serpent-man sanctuary. Yeah, so let me fix my torch, because I can actually see how it will be night time outside. And this is just about what you can actually do here, except that room, which I have no idea how to get inside to, which is probably where the legendary chests were. This is the sanctuary of the Snakemen. Yeah, so it's not nighttime, but it's not light outside either. I will still go with my shield, because as I said, once you get close to New Luxur, some annoying skeleton archers will try to slow you down. So they should be pretty much nearly everywhere once you get inside the ruins. And you can already hear the bastards. There we go. Another one over here, if the rest was not enough. They do have some decent drops, so you can get them. Yeah, so there's a brute over here. Now my advice, first deal with some of the skeletons. and then you can go deal with the brute. So some good resources over here. Plenty of chests everywhere, and most of them have rare resources, so it is quite a good place to farm things. But there's also lots of undead, so be ready for them as well. As I said, I'm not really bothered about the one with swords. I am bothered about the archers, really bothered, because they slow you down a lot. And then when this guy comes to fight, you are getting into trouble. So I'll just go after the archers. Now, since we all have the Ghoulish Club, despite not doing any poison damage, because you cannot do poison damage to undead, we do still hit quite hard, as they do lots of damage. Yeah, so there we go. Let's see. Yeah, so if you want to harvest the brute, you can get some demon blood, weathered skulls, and lots of bones. And of course you get the most important thing, the fragment of power. Although if you actually want to farm fragments of power, the best place to do it is at the pools of the grey ones. Basically you'll get for each figurine, when it comes to the ones that have lots of enemies, like Shagai figurine or husks or ghouls, you get for each of the enemies one fragment of power. You can watch one of my other videos and you will see exactly what I mean. I did use quite a lot of those figurines in there. Yeah, so it would be wonderful if these guys stop damn crippling all of us, slowing us down. But nevertheless, you can still go inside. Yeah, so as I said, one of the main reasons why I wanted to come here is this guy inside the chamber of the Sacraments, the Rotten Hulk, which can usually be found inside the wine cellar on the Exile land. As you can see, he doesn't have that much HP, and if you have some maces, he will go down quickly. My thralls have no problem in dealing with him. Now, I was hoping for him to actually give me... There are some good water skins, some better water skins that he can drop, but I will have to circle around and get it later. So he will drop some putrid meat. After all, he's undead, mostly a zombie, but still has some meat on him, some brimstone and some bones. Now what you want to do is get on top, and check exactly what's around. Now there's plenty of skeleton archers, skeleton warriors around here, as you can see, even on the roofs, even downstairs. And over there, it's the room where the judge can be found. Executioner Judge. Yeah, so there's not much I can do over here. I'll just get myself down. Hopefully won't be shut down. Now where are my thralls when I need them? Yeah, so these guys won't do that much damage. You can actually take care of them by yourself. But they are annoying, especially the one with the bow. For slowing me down. And here we go. Down, boy. Now there's some more of them over there. I have no idea what's happening with my trolls. But this guy might know. Yeah, so there we go, that's one of my trolls. And the second one. So now we're ready to go face more enemies. First, make sure to be sated. Now, this is again full of skeletons, but they are using, I think, safari swords. They don't do lots of damage, and they do die quite easily. So feel free to play with them. There's 4 more over here, in front of the executioner. Or judge. Not sure which one is he. But I do think he drops executioner pieces. Ah, no, he's the judge because the executioner is the big Serpent-man. I tend to confuse them. I haven't played Siptah in quite a long while. Yeah, so this guy, despite being the version of the headless horseman, he does have something very nice, which is he's still human. So once you go with some damage over time weapons like poison, disease, bleeding, he can just basically drop. Yeah, let's see. So that was very nice for him to do. Some supply materials, the executioner's axe. So now I know exactly why I'm calling him an executioner, because he's dropping the weapons. Yeah, so if you want you can harvest him, and he's basically human. I have no idea how he is human, but if he says he is, all I can do is believe him. So there should be some chests around here, besides this one. You can... I have no idea what you can do. Ah, there's a scroll over here, which is a sorcerer's spell page. I do need those. I don't necessarily need to upgrade the Tome of Kurak for myself. I will do it so you can actually see what else is needed to go to the top level. And speaking of top levels, there's one more boss around here. Let me just find a way to climb up. Yeah, so basically you can go around here, climb up here, climb again once more here, one more time, make sure not to fall, make sure not to get attacked. Yeah, so you can get the ancient Lemurian statue over here if you need some extra treasure. Down, boy. Yeah. There's plenty more skeletons around, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to climb on another level. Because at the top there's another world boss, Three Skulls boss. This little bat over here. Or I have no idea what it is. Looks like a bat from the distance. But it can also be something else. Ah, no. It's a child of Jhil. I do remember seeing them on... down boy. I do remember seeing them in the caves of the Exiled lands. But just like the other, it doesn't have much HP. And you can get some chakram from him. Not really interested in that, but I will take it. Fragment of power, and he should drop some black blood. There we go. It does drop quite a lot of black blood. So if you need black blood, then you will need it if you want to upgrade the Tome of Kurak. You can come here and farm this guy. You can get it from, I think, the Jhil Sanctuary from most of the Jhils. Is not guaranteed, but it's going to be there anyway. I will take this one because I want to turn it into some water breathing. Now on top of this there's nothing to actually do. So next I want to go over here to the Den of the Wolfmen to get my Sigil back. And then I will come again over here because I want to get that water skin from the Rotten Hulk. Yeah, so when leaving, you can see these guys are here all the time. But you can just jump around and be on your way. There are probably some spiders just around this area outside. If there's not spiders, there's either boars or wolves. And there we go, that's Wolfie over here. Here, Wolfie, Wolfie, here, Wolfie, Wolfie. And Wolfie, Wolfie is down. Although his much bigger brothers, which I'm going to visit now, will not be going down that quickly. But to be fair, I did make this, I think, my second vault, just so I can get the aspect of the wolf, in order to get that strength both for myself and for the followers, for the thralls. So these guys can pack some damage if you give them the chance to hit you. They also have an attack that throws you around. But if you gang up on them, especially when you get them like these, one by one, they will go down quickly. Still, this only happens on the outside of the vault. Inside there's at least two of them walking together. Yeah, so there's plenty of silver around. I think it has something to do with them being werewolves. You've got plenty of black ice, brimstone, you've got these crimson lotuses, some iron as well. These used to be crystals, but they don't work anymore. I have no idea why. But I don't really need them that much, so I don't care. Yeah, so this is the first time for me to do the Den of the Wolfmen during this gameplay with proper equipment. Last time I only had the Ghoulish Club, and my armor was basically scraps that I managed to find on jailers' pieces. So enough about that, let's go inside. Yeah, in here you will actually need the torch. It is quite hard to see. Now, one thing, if I remember well, about the Sanctuary of the Wolfmen, the Den of the Wolfmen and the Den of the Wolf Brothers, they don't have the trophy. So you do have the insignias, like this one over here, the Devolved Wolfman Insignia. You will have the statue, but there is no trophy. So if you don't find one like in the other dungeons, the other vaults, don't waste time looking for it, because there isn't one. Yeah, so as I said, they usually go in pairs. Now my advice when it comes to these guys, as you can see, they can throw you away. You can just gang up on them, dodge those attacks, and then when you start attacking them with your thralls, they will start falling quite soon. You can harvest them and get yourself both exotic and feral flesh, wolf pelts, and that's just about it. As you can see, they're not as generous as the Serpent-man were, giving me all of that decaying Eldarium. But then again, who am I to complain? They will give me something. And I do have plenty of Eldarium farmed, because I've done most of the vaults. Yeah, so once again, when you come in here, you will find some of these guys patrolling, but the rest of them will be waiting in pairs. Now these rooms, sometimes they get yeah, so this guy came quite fast. Yeah, so these rooms, sometimes they do spawn the treasure chests, loot chests, sometimes they don't. Don't expect them to be, just have a torch ready. If there is one, you will get it. If there isn't, it's not such a big issue. Or it shouldn't be such a big issue. Let's help my guys over here. Yeah, and there we go. A legendary chest. And a forge light. Now, it's not that bad, but as I said during a few of the past episodes, once I get my hands on the Ghoulish Club, it's basically game over for any searching, and this one can be easily get from the you can get from the Maelstrom, or you can just find the ghoul figurines and go with them at the pools of the grey ones. And then to add even more damage, I get the hunger blades, and that's basically game over for all bosses. Some dragon powder. Yeah, so again there's two of them over there. Now there's 0 of them over there. And finally, my first decaying Eldarium. So over here, as I said in the previous video when I came, you can basically open both doors, both leads nearly the same way. Basically you will get here inside this, let's call it a valley inside the cave, and this one is kind of a shorter route. I'm just going to show you once more. Yeah, so first time I came here my thralls weren't fully leveled up, and I did need every bit of experience. So yeah, as I said, you just get here and you can go all the way up there to go forward inside the dungeon, avoiding lots of these guys. If not, you can also go the long way. Now this guy came from inside here, there's another one over here, actually 2 of them. Now it's 3 on 3, let's dance. And down they go. So, as you can see, my thralls are basically not even touched, barely touched. So you don't have to worry that much. As I said, they are fully leveled up with very good perks, and their armor is nearly close to the best you can get. Down, boy. Yeah, more of these guys over here. Yeah, so as I've already proven to both myself and to you, 3 of them are not that much to handle, so you can lure 3 of them all together. Just watch out for when they try to do that claw attack, which basically sends you away. Now this one is quite useless, sorry. And over here inside this valley, across from where I showed you the valley earlier, you've got the devolved Wolfman statue. I think I saw some, yeah. Right over here, there's a loot chest with nothing valuable for myself in it. Now there's 3 more wolves over here, and this was the exit I showed you first. Yeah, so this is another way you can actually deal with these guys. You can make some of them, 1 or 2 of them chase you, while your thralls deal damage to the other one. Yeah, so another reason why I like the Ghoulish Clubs, because most clubs with a decent stamina, and I don't have that much. I have only 2 levels in grit. By having that, you can actually do full attacks, full combos with the mace 2 times in consecutive times. So yeah, that's quite useful. If that was a war axe, which I do like to use, it wouldn't be that effective because it takes more stamina for each swing. Yeah, so again, There's more wolves in here, 3 of them. Down, boy. Another one over here. More over here. Yeah, so as you get closer to the end of the dungeon, they will be in greater numbers. But as you can see, your thralls can take that damage quite well. I can take my damage very well, so it's not much to be bothered about. Get 2 or 3 of them all together, gang up on one, and then go for the rest. Now if you want, you've got some better weapon, you could try, for example, if you get something with high damage and with some bleeding effect, you can go for that. I did unlock the Mace of the Grey ones, and it is not bad, but it doesn't do damage compared to the Ghoulish Club, which is I carry on using this one, both for myself and for my thralls. Yeah, so as you can see, barely a little bit of decaying Eldarium. I already had 29 pieces from the Serpent-man dungeon. So this is like karma hitting back. You've got too much in one of them, you don't get enough in the other one. But in average you get at least, let's say, 50-60 decaying Eldarium per each of the bolts. Oh, this one was down. Yeah, so due to the fact that I already have got quite strong armor, I've got this one, this one, this one crafted by a T3 armorer. These are crafted without an armorer, and apparently I do need to repair most of them soon, or at least these two, or have them changed by a better armorer. Yeah, so I was saying, having these, I am taking just a little bit of damage. I remember when I first came here, I nearly died once 3 of these guys came after us. Yeah, so now it's time to move on forward and press the pressure plate. Now if you want, you can go straight after these guys. If you want, you can come over here and visit some more wolfies. There's, I think, 4 of them over here. Or 3. free. And you can find yourself a chest, maybe even a legendary chest sometimes. You've got this note over here. And you can help your trolls finish these guys. And bye bye. Yeah, so another good thing, you can find some supply materials, which might in fact save you from having to harvest things. Yeah, so I knew something about 4 of them, but this guy was busy patrolling the hallway. There's another elevator over here. I don't want to waste much time, so I'm just going to use the one that's already down. Yeah, so there we go. There's another room, and then is going to be the boss room. Now over here you've got a few of them, and some rooms that are a little bit dark. Bow. Yeah, so this vault doesn't seem to actually give me much. But it's still not that bad. I did get quite a few of the supply materials. And now it's time for the big boss man. Now, before you fight the big boss man, there are 2 more of his followers over here. One's down. Second one is down. Get myself the bow. This guy looks something between a hyena and a werewolf. Doesn't look fully werewolf. And it's some arrow. And so he is taking both poison and disease damage. He does have plenty of HP, but stacking both of those on him, it's like nearly killing him without giving him the right to fight.
As meaningless as your life.
And there he goes. And apparently he's a very good practitioner of yoga. I don't know which position that is, but that looks like yoga to me. So he's got some demon blood, abysmal flesh, normal blood. Basically nothing useful for me, which is why it's time to go to the treasure room. On the plate. Again, you've got the magic orb over here, the magic sphere, telling you some nice story if you want to see it. And 29. It wasn't actually that bad after all. The Sigil. More supply materials, some dragon powder. More supply materials. It's going to be interesting when I get back to my base. It feels like opening up Christmas presents to see what's inside. I hope at least one of them would be a good version. Yeah, so we've got the armors and armories, like most of the vaults have them over here. The Wolfmen vaults armors. That's basically what we are already wearing. The aspects of the wolf. And you've got the chest guard of the wolf. That one is actually quite nice, to be honest. If you get to craft it with T4 armorer, you will get plenty of armor if you need it. But to be fair, I do prefer either this one or the Silent Legion heavy version. And then you've got the armory. I've already unlocked them, but in case you don't want to go back to my other video, I'll just show you in here what exactly you need to expect. So it's the daggers, the great axe, the great sword, and the claws. Now they look nice, they are nice to add to the collection, but honestly they're not that good. They're not the best weapons you can have. So this is pretty much the den of the Wolfmen. Now it's time to go back to New Luxur and raid it one more time. Only this time it's going to be from the back. As you can see, the maelstrom is on. So I was telling you about the Ghoulish Club that I'm using right now and my thralls are using right now. If you need them, since I mentioned it quite a lot, you will find the ghouls around this area. They are basically close to the circle of the moon and the lay shrine of the birdman. And there are quite a couple of them over here. They do drop another club as well. I can't remember the name exactly. But despite doing the same health damage and having the same good armor penetration, the other one is not adding the poison. It is quite nice once you get it. After all, it's a 60 plus damage without adding any improvements. So if you get it early on in the game, you can smash through enemies quite fast. Yeah, so there we go. This is New Luxur from the other side, from the back side, or it doesn't matter. Let's get rid of Mr. Wolfie over here. Yeah, so on this side, in front of the so-called gate, because there is an entrance over here, there won't be just some skeletons. Right as you go in, there's some spiders and some wolves. Depends on your luck which ones you get to meet. Sometimes they just manage to finish themselves before you get there. Now if you want, you can go all the other way, or you can just start climbing. Only one thing, be careful about the annoying archers, who are going to make it very annoying for you, because they will make you drop. So, kick their asses before they get a chance to do it, or have your thralls do it for you. Now, as you can see over here, where this piece of wall is broken, you've got the chamber of scales on top, but over here you've got the chamber of the judge, and there's a couple interesting things over here. Yeah, so you can just go on top of this. Climb one more time. One more time. And there we go. That's Mr. Judge. You can just get yourself down here. Now my advice is wait for your thralls. You can actually come over here and make the skeletons follow you. Bye bye, Mr. Troll. Mr. Skeleton, sorry. Yeah, as you can see, the judge is already on his way to my trolls. And it is quite annoying when the skeletons are there because he will be able to deal damage on my trolls. Now my advice is try not to fight him directly because he will kick your behind. As you can see, he does do some damage on my trolls. But if you have, like we do right now, maces, you can just back him up into a corner and he's basically dead. Just stack some damage on him. I've seen some tutorials years ago, I think. You can chase him down. Basically, you can just... 1 second, let me see what he dropped. So... I had no idea he does drop these, but that's a nice thing. Another executioner axe. This one. Fragment of power. I will try to see if I can turn this into a redeemed legend. Because that's something that's even better. Yeah, so basically, as I was saying, some people do chase him down. I think they were doing it from up here. No. Go, 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 go. Yeah, so you can basically stand over here on the ledge and start shooting noxious gas arrows. It will take you a long time. You can also, if you have the set religion, you can actually combine the two of them. You can go with the poison arrows and with these. But even then, he does have plenty of HP, so it will take you quite some time to finish him off. Now, once again, I am going to visit that child of Jhil on top of the building. Again, from the judge's lair, as you might call it, his room, his chamber. You just need to go over here. Your thralls will do most of the job, so you don't really have to care about these guys. Unless there's some archer who can shoot you down from when you get like to this level, which it would be annoying. Yeah, and then if you want you can actually climb over here. This guy will be pissed off because he cannot reach you. Yeah, so there's some things. Again, something. And let's go help my troll. I don't think he's going to have any issue dealing with the boss. But I make it hard for him when we can help him. Now, if I'm right, yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah, so as you can see, once you get 2 thralls on him, he is basically useless. And let's see what did he drop. The Sword of Champions. This one is actually quite excellent, so I might be tempted to give it to one of my thralls and use it as a combination. One of them having the Ghoulish Club, the other one having the sword. One of them adds poison, one of them adds the bleeding. Yeah, those things I don't need. 100 of these should be enough. No! Oh! No! And that was a big mistake. That was a really big mistake. Anyway, since I managed to die, and I hope I will around camp, yeah, so I will have to kill myself again. And I will show you how to summon your corpse. Now my thralls should be safe. And they will get away by themselves. Hey, kitty kitty, kill me kitty kitty. Yeah, so the reason I did this because I want to go to my bedroll, which is at my main camp where I have most of my building things. I want to build a circle of power, get my body over there, and the thralls should be coming by themselves a little bit later. Yeah, so there we are. Let me just eat something to recover. One potion, one hammer, construction hammer, and you want to go to sorcery and you want to get this one, the circle of power. Now it will require some bricks. I don't think I have normal ones, but I can make some. I'll just have this guy. I haven't tried the Eldarium one yet, so this is the perfect opportunity. I know the tools do break quite fast when it comes to Eldarium ones, but I do want to test them. I have one of these over here. Yeah, so let's check them up. I think my thralls are already on the way home. They are still probably either waiting there or coming. Yeah, so they're scouting, they're safe. That means they will come back by themselves. Come on mate, you can do it faster. Yeah, so I will need some backup. I'll take these guys. They need some experience anyway. I'm gonna get myself another Ghoulish Club. Yeah, so basically if you want the Hunger Blades, this is the figurine that you need. Alrighty then. Come on, give it to me. Yeah, so while the Garrison Blacksmith Bench is helpful by costing you less resources for the things you want to craft, it does take quite a while for them to get crafted. Basically, the better the material you're making things out of, the harder it will be to craft them. Still, I did get the Eldarium pickaxe. And there we go. Yeah, so I just need about 1000 stones, which should be easy to get. There's not many stones in this area where I have my base. But I do like it because you can get plenty of thralls, of crafters in here. Yeah, so best way to get resources faster, find a few of them piled up together, eat both of them at the same time. Now I do have quite a nice furnace over here. And as you can see, it's melting things quite fast. And I do have some pieces of armor over here. They're left from when I was still trying them on. In fact, 2 of them I can actually do right now for myself. I will change my feet to... I will get this one. Let's see. Ah, yeah, I need more of these. So, yep. 1, 2. Oil. Chemical base. And there we go. I do have some other T4 thralls in here. This one is Umbra the Slayer. She's a Stygian. I wouldn't say she's that good, but not bad. And I have this guy, Oyvind the Cursed. I basically found him in some cage at the new Kemi docks, so not a bad choice. This one is a Shemite Bearer. She's not that fantastic, but not bad. I have a dancer over here. Okay, so now I should have these. Yeah, they're melted. Let's see one more time. 50 steel bars. Alright, and some bone meal. There we go. I'll just build it over here. Or not. Yeah, I need to start actually building a base soon. Yeah, and you have the summon corpse over here. and it will require some sacrificial blood, some brimstone, which I should have, and the glass flask. Now sacrificial blood will be a little bit difficult to get without proper armor, but I should be able to get it safely. Let me just get rid of these things. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. So in order to get sacrificial blood, you will need to knock out a thrall. I will be using the loft tab. I haven't used it yet. I just got it a while ago. Let me check on my thralls to see if they started coming home, and yeah, they're returning home. So yeah, I'll just go like this. I can take some equipment from someone else. I do have those guys protecting me if needed, although I shouldn't need them. I will stop them over here. Make this guy follow me. Ooh. Wow. Yeah, so there he goes to save the day for me. Come on guys, we're going home. Yeah, so you can have the sacrifice right now. Basically you need the victim and you will do the blood rite. Like a real sorcerer. Yeah, so you will get some corruption. This is why I have the dancer near the sacrificial stone, but it's quite small. On the other hand, you only get one piece of sacrificial blood, and then you can add it to the flask. This one, for example, the soul drain, you can watch it in one of my other videos. It will basically give you half of your bar of corruption, the maximum corruption, I think, high corruption, but at the same time it will give you 5 souls. So let me just get over here. You will gain lots of corruption, as I remember from this ritual as well. Let's get some brimstone. Now I still hope I have some. I think I have it over here, and yeah. Yeah, so basically if you go somewhere where your thralls won't die and you're not in desperate need for them to come back, and you're quite far away, because basically if I had to go back over here without actually having a bed or something nearby, or a bedroll, it would be annoying as hell. Not impossible, but annoying. You can do this. You can summon the corpse. I think it's like after doing 5 or 6 level ups of the Tome of Kurak upgrade. So there you go. You've got your body back. You did gain quite some corruption, but you've got everything that was on you at that moment, which is honestly not that bad. So I'll just take it all. I'll get back my armor. I will use this one. Same this one. I will use these. I will get my bow back. This one will come in here. So I am back to normal, mostly. Yeah, the body will stay empty. Your thralls still show us they are in there, but they're not really there anymore. It doesn't matter anyway. They will arrive at some point. There they go. So if I do need them now, they are ready to go. I do want to try something else and see if it works and hope it works, and it doesn't work. Yeah, so I have no idea what exactly works anymore. I will have to look it up, because it seems to do basically nothing. Well, anyway, as I said, now I have everything back without actually having to go anywhere. Now I will leave a few things over here, like this hammer, these. I will use this one and this one. The weapons go in here. Although I think this one I am going to test on one of my thralls to see how well they go with it. The axe goes in there. So I will need some more oil pretty soon. I'll let this guy take some corruption out of me. Well, let's see. So I'll leave this one over here. Yeah, so as I said before, while many of the things that involve Age of Sorcery and sorcery items or sorcery skills, like doing any magic, I'm not actually that happy about them. But you can do, as you just seen, you can get your body back, which is useful. You can also do the Elixir of Rebirth, which is again very useful. So yeah, there are ups and downs, sorry. Let me just get rid of these. Make myself some more noxious arrows. As you can see, I already have a big collection of these, the fragments of power. Yeah, so I will make myself some new shoes, and I will go for these. No, sorry. These. Yeah, so I have the Stygian Invader, but it's not actually that good. As you can see, Void Forge would be a lot better, but it's not worth it, since it doesn't give you that much armor. I will go for the Cimmerian one, if I can find it. And yeah, I will need more heavy, more of this. Yeah, so this is one of the advantages of being able to farm Stygian Invader armor. Once you dismantle it, you will get pieces of hardened leather, which will allow you to then craft your own armor, whichever you want. The reason why I'm going with the Cimmerian one is because it's adding some HP. Yeah, so I'll leave these over here, I'll leave this one over here. These I want to turn into some breeding potion. Or I don't even have to. I'll get these in here. These as well. Give this weapon to this lady. Yeah, so I'm sorry about wasting some time. The thing is, I'm not sure which one to do first. So yeah, it does come like this. Now, oh, there's plenty of sacrificial blood to go for the next level, which is a little bit annoying to me. This one goes in here. Yeah, so as you can see, I've already got plenty of composite obsidian. I just farmed the pools of the grey ones and the other camps of the grey ones. Every time I snuck in there, their weapons and armor are pretty much light, so it allows you to carry plenty of them. So that's very good. Now I will leave this sword over here because first I need to get some oil. I will use this one, and let's see what we can get from the supply materials. So it's not that good, not that good, not that good, not good, not good, really not good. So the supply materials were kind of disappointing, although I did have worse before, so nothing to moan about. I'll just quickly distribute them where their places are. So I'll just make some more iron arrows. I used to collect those from enemies, but not so much anymore. I can actually get myself some oil, although it is a waste of those seeds, but there's nothing else I can actually do with them. So, once again, and yeah, so now I will need some tree bark in order to make oil, and I will probably have to do a run either for sun reapers or for spiders to get some ichor. Fortunately there's nothing this close. I might need to run a little bit, or better said, I will take my horse. So these go away, and the rest of them are perfect. Yoo-hoo! So I've got plenty of wood, which I'm not actually using. I will turn all of it into bark. I'll leave 500 over here. For 525. And now I can actually start making some oil. The rest of them I'm gonna use to make myself fuel. Because after all, this furnace is excellent, but it just eats up fuel. Now I will leave those keys. I don't even know. Oh, that's nice. I have a spare sigil. Yeah, so now I want to test these guys for a little bit, take them for a test drive, see exactly what they can do. If not, I will do the job for them. I just hope that it's not going to be a T4 troll exactly when I don't have a damn truncheon on. Yeah, it's okay, it's not a D4. Yeah, they don't really do much at this point, so you will have to raise their levels. They're kind of a little bit sad, to be honest. Let's get them some food. I think they eat some human flesh. Or maybe not. Huh? I was convinced they eat human flesh. So yeah, basically I will take them on a spin another time. I did get what I had to get. I got myself I did manage to visit New Luxor. Even though I died there, I managed to get the sanctuary of the Snakemen. I did go inside here, but I did lose the sigil by managing to fall in a silly manner. Apparently this is the best way I can die. I'll probably go naked around the red mother and she couldn't kill me, while a simple fall will take me down. I will have to go back again because I do need to go to the Chamber of Sacraments to get that special butter skin. That's also doing healing, but nevertheless it was pretty much okay. So I do have some new pieces of armor which I can test. Let's see, the Tasset has some extra health. This one has some extra health. I do need to add some of these. I will need some oil. And aside from the oil, I will need some of these. Three should be enough, because I want to test this on one of my thralls. Now these can actually be recycled. Yeah, so I'm not even sure which one to give it to. And so apparently they both have the same HP, even though this one has plenty of HP from the perks which the Elixir of Rebirth managed to give me. This one is much stronger, so she should be getting that sword. Add this one to the collection. I have no idea what this one is. Looks nice, but doesn't have enough damage. So it's not coming with me. Yeah, so I'll take these two. And I think I need a couple of elephant skins. And I do, so I will take them hunting. I'll just get this one with an upgrade. And the elephants are here. Yeah, so basically this is the last thing I want to do now, test that sword. I know it's good, I just want to see how the combination of bleed and also poison works. I could give these to one of them, but it's not really worth it. As far as I know, once you give them like two-handed weapons or something like that, it doesn't work very well on thralls. Although I guess there was one of the great swords on the exiled lands which worked quite well. So yeah, there we go, some elephants. I'll just steal the babies while my thralls take care of this big guy. Bam. Yeah, so boom. That I don't have any words. It just melted through. Not a bad sight, to be honest. Well, let's leave these babies over here because I will need them later. There are, or should be, two more elephants over here. And there they are. Come on, woo. And one is down. Second one just tried to do something to me, but didn't really work. Yeah, so apparently, yeah, this combination with the Sword of Champions and the Ghoulish Club works. However, I do want to test it on some stronger opponents, so over here I should have some dragons. Not to mention I can get myself some more decor, because there's some Sun Reapers in that area. So I will visit them. Yeah, so I have to admit I wasn't expecting pairing both of them up like that to simply melt enemies. But then again, they are both excellent weapons, and once you add the bleeding to the poison, it does make sense to shred through. Yeah, so I think this is the perfect place to get some ichor. There's these guys in here. 1, 2, you're down. Wrong tool. I'll just make all 3 lizards go after the thralls. And 1, 2, there you go. Here. Oh yeah, Mr. Lion. Let's see. Yeah, so one of them just decided to use fists, and the other one finished it. That wasn't such a good test as I was expecting to. Alright, so over here on the hilltop, I will mark it. And you've got the Sun Reaper. Hive Queen. Who is a world boss. So this is where you will find her. There you go, you can see her already. There's a couple of Sun Reapers in here as well. But I do want to test my thralls, so I'll just stay out of the way. Let's see. I want the boat on her at the same time. So, oh yeah, apparently the Sword of the Champions is not just bleeding, it's doing double bleeding. And with that poison stacking on as well, she is dealing some damage to them. After all, she is poisoning them. But if I joined up the fight and used these as well, she would be long dead. So, more decor for me. Or maybe not so much. Yeah, so I have to say, if you do want decor, the spiders are the best. Sun Reapers might actually work if you tame them and feed them while inside your pen, your animal pen. Alright, so over here there's a world boss, Crested Lacerta. Have to make sure this guy doesn't attack me. So I'll give it a name. I've already met a few, so I've got the name saved. Yeah, so you can also find the dragon hatchlings. And not just the Crested Lacerta. Yeah, I do hate this part when my thralls get stuck in the sand. I actually wanted to test both of them against the Crested Lacerta. Hopefully the Red Mother will be a much better test. Now, I don't know what this guy is doing over here. Apparently it's a free-for-all for some reason. Give me those and buy. Yeah, so there's one more Crested Lacerta over here. Oh no, it's somewhere over here. So yeah, there we go. Right here We've got the red mother. Now I did defeat her before, so I already know we can beat her. Now I just want to test the new combination for my thralls. If they will start attacking her at some point. If not, I'll just draw her in. And there we go. Now watch out for her. Ooh, and that damage is unreal. She's just... I know she's not the toughest or the hardest to harm, but still that damage is quite nice. So as you can see, that's both bleeding and poison effects on her. Watch out. Now if I were to add some noxious arrow or start using these with the diseased effect, she would probably already be dead. As I said, I do want to test that combination to see if it stays like that. Apparently they started quite well, but they're not doing so well in the long run. I was expecting it to go faster, considering the damage they've done in the beginning. And 1, 2, 3, she's down. Now this is a wonderful bow. And this is one of the best ways to get yourself some leather without having to work for it. Yeah, so I basically got what I wanted. I tested that sword combination, the Sword of Champions, with the Ghoulish Club. I've got myself some little bit of decor, some dragon bones, some leather, some more keys. Although I don't really plan on using them. It just seems like they're not worth it. Because at this point, even if I got momentum, and I'm not sure if I can get it, but even if I did get momentum, I wouldn't swap this one, mainly because of that poison damage. So I'll just pop by the elephants again. I want to get a little bit more of their hides. are you, my friends? Where are you? And there's no more elephants. No more elephants in here either. Well, you cannot have all of them when you want them, so it's time to go back to camp. Ah, so they just had a delay. Still, I'm not interested in the baby. I do have some. Although having 3 of them is not such a bad idea. Because there are, as far as I remember, 3 versions of them. And if you want to raise them, having 3 of them at the same time doesn't sound like a bad idea. Okay, which one of you has them? Now, I'll just have to find out exactly what they eat. If I remember well, it was some bark. So I'll just go with that. I should have some over here. I'll leave this one here. Now I do want to get myself some Shadespiced Bark, and I'll go for 4 of them because I do have the rhino over there, and as far as I remember, Shadespiced Bark is the best chance for you to get a greater rhino. Yeah, all 4 of them started growing, and in the next episode I'll see exactly which one is which, because right now I'm just going to sort out these things quickly, and then it will be enough for this episode. We've already made it long enough. There we go, more oil for me. These should go over here. This one goes over here. And basically that's it. So, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you will find some things that will help you on your journeys, as I did test a few things, especially that sorcery circle. So I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.